morning and hello everyone. So today we are going outside to pick flowers and then bring them back in the house and arrange them. So I have my handy little thrifting basket that I like to collect flowers in and my hand pruners. And we're gonna walk outside this morning, early this morning, and see what's in bloom and what would look beautiful in the house in an arrangement. Then we're gonna bring them back inside and we'll arrange them and talk through that. And I'll show you some easy tips on arranging the flowers that you cut from your garden and bring in. And then over the weekend, I went thrifting and I picked up a thrift find that I want to show you. So come along with me and let's get going. I have a beautiful arrangement here to make of flowers. So let's go arrange these. So here are all the flowers I just picked this morning out in the garden. Now I picked my vase, and this was a thrift little vase urn that I think is just adorable. I've got water in it now, just regular tap water. And then I have some floral preserve that you can get at your florist or buy online. And I'll just put a little bit of that in there to help keep the water fresh. So the first thing I'm going to start with is I'm going to clean these. And now this is the polka dotted, Hippa white polka dotted plant by Proven Winners. And I think this makes a good filler flower, and I like that variegated different leaf colors on it. So we're taking off, and I have my trash can right here handy to put the clippings in, but we're taking off all the bottom leaves because we don't want those in the water because they make the water get gross faster. And it actually will end up making the plants not live as long if you have leaves down inside of the water. So I'm peeling all of those off, and that's going to be my filler flower. And then let's take some of our pretty roses. So this is a knockout pink rose. and I took off the bottom leaves. I trim off a little bit of it, and I think I'm going to go ahead and take these off because these are going to be shorter and my vase is pretty deep, but I'll pull those up as I go along. Now this doesn't have a scent. It's the Champagne Wishes rose. It's the Easy Elegance, but it's a really good rose for a vase. And then I cut these off at an angle down at the bottom so that they drink water better. And this one even has a little bud on it still. Oh, and that was one of the Olivia Austins, which I knew that one was spent. And that's the tricky part when you're getting roses out of your garden, is a lot of roses will have 2 or 3 heads on them. They're not like a grocery store or florist rose where they're just bred to have that one long stem on them. So then you have to pick. And I usually try to pick roses that maybe some of the blooms are already spent, and then I'll still have one good bloom if it's a multiple head. This is the Boscabelle. So I just go out and get an assortment because that's what I like to look at. Now I have not tried the Gara in the water before, so we'll have to, that's going to be an experiment. And that was more of just the wispy to see. And I just put everything, all like this. I have multiple the Hippa, so I'm going to put that all the way around the vase as my filler. This is going to probably be my main plant in the center because it's so big. So I'm going to take off the bottom parts of the cleum. And all I'm doing is going around and cutting and making sure that, trying to get them in the trash can. And then I cut it at 45. It's going to go in the middle. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty. And then the salvia. So do you like to go out and pick flowers in your flower garden and bring them in and just have an arrangement that you can enjoy in the house? I do, and mine are pretty, because my garden is pretty small still, young, you know, the plants aren't huge. And so the arrangements that I bring in are usually not going to be great big huge arrangements, just because I don't have the flower stock to do huge arrangements. And I may buy stuff at the store to do, because I do like arrangements all winter long, especially when there isn't stuff in the garden to enjoy. But in the summertime, I just like these little arrangements that last for a few days, and then I go out and pick something fresh. And I usually keep one here on the island in the kitchen. I like having a fresh arrangement. And then I work from home, so I have a home office, and I like having fresh flowers on my desk in my home office too. So right now in my home office, I had just picked one of the quick fire fabs had just started blooming, and I picked one of those, which was a larger head, and then some of the hot pink, and it's white with just starting to have a pink of tinge on it. And then I picked some hot pink vinca up by the mailbox garden and put it with it, and that hot pink pulls the pale pink out of the quick fire fab, and it just looks gorgeous. Okay, so here's a little piece of Gara. Let's stick that. We have one piece here, so one piece over here. Now, a lot of times on flower arranging, they'll tell you to do either in a triangle or you can do diagonal, like put some over here in this side and then you would put some over on this side. Or you can put your flowers in a triangle, or you can just do it any way that you find pleasing to your eye because you're the one that's enjoying it. So this was one of the little tidbit hydrangeas, and I just picked one that was way down hidden that I thought, well, it won't be missed. So let's see how that looks. Oh, I think that looks really pretty. What do you think, guys? That pink and the white hanging down with the purple and the little bit of hydrangea, the cleome. Now, like I said, if you haven't tried the cleome, you'll want to try that. That you can get from seed, or you can buy it in little like 4-packs or 6-packs. And this is just a really nice filler flower. And then the roses are really pretty. Salvia makes a really nice filler flower. Like I said, I like this Hippo White. Is nice for the green texture and contrast. So I think that'll be really pretty on this. So let's get this set up. Let's move this, and I will get this cleaned up a little bit here. This was a thrift find. I think I paid a couple bucks for this little wicker basket last year when I was out thrifting, and this thing has came in so handy. It is perfect to go collect these little flowers to bring in to make an arrangement when you need something. So I'm always on the lookout when I'm out thrifting for little things that would be handy like this. And I also like to put flowers, arrangements, like potted plants in wicker baskets. I think that's pretty. So I'll put this by the back door because it'll go back out for another day. So I have this big gold mirrored. And I have to, it had flowers on it, so it has a little bit of. So what I like to do, I don't like having the plants directly on the island because I don't want the wood to, like right now I can see a ring and I think it would leave a spot. So I put this, and I think it's pretty anyway, and use that as my base for my arrangement. Put that there. And sometimes I'll just leave it like this. There's been times where I'll put a candle there, usually not my coffee cup. Put a candle on there, or on my island, I have different little statuary. This was a little Isabel Bloom bird that I could put right there. I've got bunny rabbits I could also add on there if I wanted. Just whatever I feel like doing. But this, I just think it gives it a beautiful, brings the outdoors in, and I just really enjoy it. So I hope that's helped inspire you to get out into your garden today. Pick you a cute little bouquet and put it together. As you can see, it's really easy to just go around and just put them where you think they look nice, and then take a step back, spin it, and see what you think. And this will last, like I said, for a couple days, and then I'll probably change the water, give them a new clipping at the bottom so that they drink some more, and then probably I'll get a few days out of them at least. Some of them may go sooner because some of the roses are already pretty open, but today it looks gorgeous, and I really am going to enjoy it. Let me show you, before we go today, one other thing that I found thrifting over the weekend. So I was thrifting this weekend, and look at the new gorgeous little geranium wreath that I found for the front door. Now I love that with the black door with the pink and the creams and the greens with the berries. I think that's such a cute wreath. I hung it on the door the very same day I got it, and I had just a boxwood wreath on the door. And the reason, I'm not sure I really like it there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to leave it there though, because I have a glassed front door here, as you can see, and it's too big. It's smashing the blooms in between the two doors. Do you have that issue on your wreaths where you put your wreath in and it has to be pretty thin to fit between your front door and your storm glass door, or whatever type storm door you have? So I may have to go back to the boxwood on the front door because it's flatter, and then use this one somewhere else in the house. But I still love it. I think it's gorgeous. And that was a thrift find, because I'm always on the lookout for home decor that's beautiful, that I can use inside or out in the garden house and still has that garden vibe. Thanks for hanging out with me today. We got to get outside and see some beautiful flowers and then bring them in and arrange them to enjoy in the house. I hope that helped you and gave you some inspiration so that you'll get out in your garden today, cut you a cute little bouquet so you can enjoy them when you're in the house. I also got to show you my latest thrift find, which I always like to look for home decor and then show it to you what I found when I'm out thrifting. That's always exciting. So if you're liking this and enjoy this, please subscribe and join our community and share this with your friends. I would love to have them join our community too. Well, have a good day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye, everyone.